So if you spend any amount of time in any sort of fandom, you know that there are a lot of crazy, shall we say, uber fans out there. And this isn't the first story where, shall we say, a fan base has overstepped their bounds. Now, this is quite odd, because I like animation. I think that as a storytelling medium, it has a lot of potential, and a lot of people ignore it because it's animation. But in this case, if you don't know, there are some parts of fandom that, how should I say, have what they call headcanon. And headcanon is where the fandom, or that part of the fandom, shall we say, decides that this character and this character should be in a relationship, or this character is actually secretly gay for this character because reasons. This happens a lot in fandom. There's a big Sherlock fan community that has a lot of the headcanon that Watson and Holmes should be gay for each other. There's things with, you know, Doctor Who, you know, and whatnot. But in this case, we have a very, shall we say, odd thing where basically the fan base for Voltron, because there is a new Voltron series on Netflix, have basically decided to try and blackmail the creators into making their gay relationship, called Clance, a reality. To a point where they have gone and they have leaked basically photos of stills, design boards, storyboards of the inside the studio online, and basically said, look, do what we want or else we're not going to take these down. Now the thing is, season 3 is already finished, so there's not a lot they can do. But to a point, and also the animation studio that's responsible for it in South Korea, I think it's located in South Korea, basically because of this has now banned photography in their building completely because of this. So here you have basically a crazy fan who basically wants his headcanon to become canon, basically essentially blackmailing the creators to change their story to suit them. Now, this reeks of, if you've ever read Stephen King's Misery. What is Misery all about? If you've never read it, well, it's about an obsessed fan who comes across their favourite author, who basically breaks their legs to a point and basically tries to get them to write their version of the story as they see it. But this isn't the first time this has happened. This has happened a lot in, I believe, the Steven Universe fandom before, and I think it's happened in certainly other fandoms before that I've heard of, or at least there have been campaigns from the fandom to try and change it. But this is the first time I believe that you've had actual blackmail to try and force the creators to make something that you know, a certain part of the fandom want, which is a gay relationship between these two characters. Which, again, is basically you're trying to blackmail people into changing their story to suit your wants and need, which is I'm completely against, because it should be down to the creators, not down to, you know, we did it because we got blackmailed. So yeah, that's a story about basically a crazy fandom currently.